I'm touched by the story of Saint Paul on his way to Rome to Caesar to be tried. He was in a shipwreck. In that shipwreck he was a prisoner with many other prisoners, quite a big number. And Paul, they were caught in a storm. Paul, being a man of God, an angel of God stood before him and said, Paul, do not be afraid. I have given you the lives of the men on this boat. Because of you, they will be spared. Now, the angel was saying, yes, there's going to be trouble. The ship is going to be wrecked. But these people have got to stay with you. Now, Paul went and told them, the men and the captains of the ship were saying, let's get these boats out so that we sail off away from this troubled ship. And Paul stood before them and said, don't leave. For the angel of the Lord stood before me and said, we shall all be spared, but on one condition, we've got to stay on this thing, even though it's troubled. If you go out on those little boats, you'll be destroyed. They argued with him for a while, but they eventually... To me, that story is a very good illustration of this principle. There may be trouble in your boat of salvation, but the Lord is with you, and he says, don't get out. The other point is, he says, if you stay in, you'll be saved. But if you go out, you'll be destroyed. Now the question is, if the angel said to Paul, they shall be spared if they stay in. What if they choose to go out? Will they still be spared? No. Because safety is in them staying where the Lord has told them to stay. Salvation is like that. God has saved us. That is his grace. He's paid a high price. That is his grace. But then he comes and tells us, don't put your head out. It's dangerous out there. Don't do that. Learn to walk in the grace that I've given you. Learn to follow my instructions. Learn to do what I tell you to do. Listen to what I tell you to do. And if you do that, you'll stay safe. So we are safe on one condition, that we carry our cross and follow the Lord and obey his commands. And his commands, we are told in the New Testament, are not grievous. He tells us, a new commandment I give you, walk in love. Love your neighbor, love your God. And if you love me, then you'll obey my command. The people say, God is able to save me even if I behave like a fool. He's able to save you, but he won't. You have a responsibility. Once you are a child of God, you are given ability in the spirit to follow him. You say, what has this got to do with the verse we just read? The verse you just read, ladies and gentlemen, is the foundation for the message of your cross.